Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Now, let's get into the video. If you've been following Bitcoin gurus or investing actively in the cryptocurrency, then you must be wondering why there's been a recent crash. Fear not, you're not alone in this. Bitcoin value drops by 50%? But before we begin, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Is it because Bitcoin poses a regulatory security concern? According to unnamed insiders within the Biden administration, the government is working on a plan to handle the economic, regulatory, and national security concerns presented by Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. The government is also allegedly looking at the possibilities presented by the increase of digital assets, with the Biden administration's plan expected to be released in February. This probable report from the administration has prompted some traders to sell their Bitcoin holdings, which has been welcomed by others who feel Bitcoin may benefit from increased regulatory stability. Bitcoin's price has dropped almost half its worth, from over $68,000 to around $37,000. The U.S. Federal Reserve's policy changes have an impact on Bitcoin's price. The Federal Open Market Committee, FOMC, will increase the monthly pace at which it lowers asset purchases, according to Federal Reserve Chair Jeremy Powell. The Federal Reserve is currently buying $20 billion less U.S. Treasury bonds per month and $10 billion fewer U.S. agency bonds per month. Are there going to be more drops? Powell said at his post-meeting news conference on January 26, 2022, that the FOMC would stick to the bond purchase plan outlined in December 2021. For the time being, the Fed funds rate remained bound around zero, but inflationary trends may alter that. The Fed's major concern is keeping high inflation from becoming entrenched. The price of Bitcoin has been negatively impacted by the Fed's inflation-controlled measures. Risky assets such as Bitcoin tend to depreciate when the Federal Reserve adopts more fiscally conservative policies. Bitcoin's price is becoming more connected with the values of conventional assets, like as equities, as it develops and gets more generally accepted. Because of this developing link, any incident that causes price losses in conventional markets is likely to cause price reductions in Bitcoin that are equivalent to or higher than those seen in traditional markets. How have things played out since November? According to the Coinbase cryptocurrency platform, the value of Bitcoin has plunged below $31,000. 25,140 pounds, which is less than half of what it was last November. The drop in the market value of the world's biggest cryptocurrency coincides with a drop in stock markets throughout the globe. Key European, Asian, and American indices all fell again on Monday. Riskier assets are being replaced by safe haven assets such as the dollar. The Nikkei 225 index in Japan fell 2.5% on Monday, while the FTSE 100 in London fell almost 2%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average plummeted almost 2%. The S&P 500 plunged 3.2%, and the Nasdaq fell 4.3%, extending previous losses. One of the firms that contributed to the decrease was Uber. On Monday, the company stock plunged more than 11% after news broke that CEO Dara Khosrowshahi had told employees that investors were growing increasingly wary about making investments. Uber's response, he added, would be to reduce expenses and halt recruiting. He stated in the letter, "It's evident that the market is undergoing a seismic upheaval, and we must respond appropriately." The typical Uber employee is just over 30, implying that you've been on a lengthy and extraordinary upward trajectory throughout your career. This time will be different, and it will need a new strategy. Other experts claim this might be great for the crypto market. Traditional investors would frequently sell riskier assets, such as digital currency, in times of market uncertainty and shift their money into safer alternatives. However, as of now, we know just one thing for a fact, and that is that Bitcoin's price has dropped more than 10% in the previous day and more than 20% in the last week, accounting for over a third of the cryptocurrency market with a total market capitalization of close to $570 billion. Should Bitcoin traders be concerned? Although Bitcoin investors may not need to be concerned by the current market downturn, it's important to understand the elements that influence Bitcoin's price. Regardless of rumors or changes in government policy, investors should anticipate Bitcoin and other digital assets to move in lockstep with conventional assets. Cryptocurrencies that are less well known may continue to trade at values that are unrelated to conventional asset prices, but this may not be the case for the most well-known cryptocurrencies, such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin investors who are worried about the cryptocurrency's price should keep an eye on both Bitcoin and the larger financial markets. This is the 7th time Bitcoin's price has declined by 50% or more since its debut in 2009, said Rick Edelman, founder of the Digital Assets Council of Financial Professionals, according to Investopedia. While the latest sell-off may not be a cause to sell your Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency's huge price volatility reflects the reality that this is still a new, emergent asset class and undergoing growing pains, according to the website. Despite severe price volatility being an intrinsic part of Bitcoin, many investors, according to Edelman, still see the long-term prospects for Bitcoin positively. Meanwhile, Bitcoin and other digital assets may be subject to more regulation. The Federal Reserve launched a study on Thursday that looks at the possibility of creating a digital version of the US currency. That brings us to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. If you enjoyed the content, then do leave a like. So until next time, take care and goodbye.